Welcome back to The Rundown. I'm Andrew Alexander with your movie news update. Retaining its crown atop the box office this week is the family comedy Tyler Perry's Madea Goes to Jail. Raking just under $17 million, the latest film from Perry lands Madea in jail after a high-speed freeway chase. While Madea sits in her jail, the family, the Browns, rally behind her for support. But when Candace Washington, a prostitute and former drug addict, joins Madea in the slammer, Madea imparts her motherly wisdom. Coming in second to the box office this week is the musical event Jonas Brothers: The 3D Concert Experience. The film took in just under $13 million this week. Fans of the teen trio can expect to see all their hits performed live in 3D. And rounding out the box office top 5 are Slumdog Millionaire, Taken, and He's Just Not That Into You. Now let's switch it over and take a look at what's heading to the big screen this weekend. Finally hitting theaters this Friday is the superhero thriller The Watchmen. In an alternate 1985 America, superheroes known as the Watchmen are an everyday part of society. When one of his former colleagues is murdered, mass vigilante Rorschach sets out to expose a plot to kill and disgrace all past and present superheroes. As he searches for clues with the help of his former crime-fighting legion, Rorschach uncovers a disturbing conspiracy that could have disastrous consequences. Their mission is to watch over humanity, but who is watching over the Watchmen? Opening select theaters this week is the drama Phoebe in Wonderland. Elle Fanning's sister Dakota stars as a schoolgirl named Phoebe who longs to be in the school production of Alice in Wonderland. Once she wins the role, Phoebe's only problem is her constant struggle to keep her overactive imagination from causing her to misbehave. As the pressure from school, parents, and teacher begins to mount, Phoebe thrusts herself into her new role and rediscovers herself in the fantasy world of Wonderland. Also opening in select theaters this week is Sherman's Way, Everlasting, 12, and Tokyo. Now it's time for my review of the week. If you're heading to theaters this weekend, you may want to check out the romantic comedy Confessions of a Shopaholic. Confessions tells the story of Rebecca Bloomwood, played by Isla Fisher, a New York City girl with a big-time spending problem. Despite this movie's dismal performance at the box office so far, I believe it's a little underrated. For one, Isla Fisher is a spark plug of energy as she dons everything from Prada to Louis Vuitton without missing a beat. Her upbeat personality and charming sense of humor are perfect for the character of out-of-control shopaholic. Fans of fashion will love the numerous scenes with designer labels and might be inspired to indulge a bit after seeing this movie. Hollywood legend John Goodman also provides some comic relief and impressive RVing skills as the loving but frugal father, Mr. Bloomwood. Now, I can't lie and say this movie isn't a bit cheesy with its cookie-cutter plot and its happy ending, but overall Confessions has a great message about the danger of letting material possessions come before you and the people you love. This moviegoer gives Confessions a B+. Well, that's a wrap for your movie news update. We now take it over to Josh with your latest look at music.
Thanks, Andrew. Coming up, a look at which band made a surprise visit to Baton Rouge. Plus, we'll look at what albums are hitting the shelves this week. That and more music news, stay tuned. You're watching The Rundown. Welcome back to The Rundown. I'm Joshua Johnson with your latest music news. Rock fans got a special Mardi Gras surprise last week. 104 The X announced that Shinedown will be playing at the Varsity Theater Lundi Gras night. Tickets for the concert went on sale in 3 days and sold out in 48 hours. Pretty crazy, right? 104 The X also gave 10 lucky listeners a chance to meet the band. The meet and greet took place inside the Varsity about an hour before doors opened. The winners got to grab some autographs and take a few pictures. The band was scheduled to perform in Lafayette the day before, but the show was canceled due to several unforeseen reasons. This seemed to be perfectly fine for Baton Rouge fans who welcomed the band with open arms. Shinedown is currently touring across the U.S., now through the end of April. Well, Danity Kane's Aubrey O'Day has been doing her own thing for quite a while now. She'll continue flying solo with a record deal at SRC Universal. Reports say that O'Day might be working with Akon on a solo album. A rep for O'Day told MTV News that they have no comments as of right now. She also reported to MTV News that once she finished off all her obligations with Danity Kane and Puff and also making the band, she'll move forward with her own label. Well, pictures of Chris Brown riding the waves in Miami on his jet ski are viewed as possibly hurting his image. Brown and girlfriend Rihanna have reunited 3 weeks after their alleged altercation. MTV News spoke with crisis management expert Howard Bragman, who said that if Brown's people set this up, it seems as if Brown is saying, "This is behind me, and I'm going to have fun because I'm Chris Brown." While no photos of the couple together have surfaced, many people have expressed their disappointment and confusion over the reunion. Well, ultimately, this is Brown and Rihanna's decision, so we wish them the best of luck. We'll now take a look at which albums are topping the charts this week. Jonas Brothers fans aren't lying low this week. To accompany their 3D concert experience, the Grammy-nominated trio releases the soundtrack to the film that is projected to snag the #1 spot on the charts this week. Also, Richmond, Virginia metal screamers Lamb of God are also aiming for a spot in the top 10 with their 6th album, Wrath. We'll now take a look at what albums are hitting the shelves this week. Irish rock band U2 releases their 12th album, No Line on the Horizon. The band began working on the album in 2006 and wrote at least 50 to 60 songs in preparation for the final project. The first single from the album is entitled Get On Your Boots. Also on shelves this week is the soundtrack to the highly anticipated comic book film Watchmen. The compilation features artists like My Chemical Romance, Jimi Hendrix, and Bob Dylan. Well, as always, there's some amazing live entertainment right here in the Red Stick and in surrounding areas. Brooklyn-based dance duo Matt and Kim hit the stage tonight at Spanish Moon. The group released their sophomore album Grand earlier this year. Also playing tonight at the Varsity Theater is pop-punk band Ludo. The band is popular for their song Love Me Dead. Doors open at 7 p.m. Ryan Adams and the Cardinals will please fans Thursday night at the Baton Rouge River Center. Doors open at 7 p.m. Rascal Flatts with Jessica Simpson perform Friday at the New Orleans Arena. Doors open at 8 p.m. And the Highline Saturday night at the Catering. Well, that's all for your look at music. Rachel's going to give us the latest in fashion and gadgets.
Thanks, Josh. Coming up, a look at how local retailers are preparing for the changing seasons. Also see which products made my list for the best gadgets for college students. That and more when we return. Stick around. You're watching The Rundown.